We are now less than 45 days from April Fool's Day. What long con pranks should be started around now? My roommate would get up and steal the shower as soon as he heard my alarm go off. 6 weeks later, I had him waking up to shower at 4:30. I would just turn off my Pavlovian alarm and go back to sleep for another 3 hours waiting for the real alarm. One April Fool's Day I got a text from a wrong number. It happens, but he was nice so we kept talking from time to time. His name was Jeff. Talked about video games, music. I feel like I made a really great friend. I told all my friends about it. Lasted a few weeks then stopped. Fast forward to the following April Fools and Jeff texted me. I was like, oh shit, what's up man? We texted a bit when finally my friends broke down and said, dude, Jeff has been us the whole time, we just forgot to tell you last year. Edit, I'm so glad you guys enjoyed this. Def take the idea and roll with it. To answer a few questions, this was like 10 years ago. He opened up with something like, congrats on the wedding, bro. I notified him he had the wrong number but he kept the conversation going somehow and I went along with it, enjoying every minute. The number was not an area code I recognized, but later learned my friends generated a fake number using some kind of software. I was kind of miffed at first but in the end thought it was hilarious. To this day I still miss Jeff and hope he's living a happy, non-existent life. It's my birthday and I've never been pranked on April 1st. However, I did prank my 8th grade teacher and got into a lot of trouble. He was this annoying, too cool for his job type, said he knew the police, band not uniforms. Anyhow, he would always walk around and around the classroom pontificating on whatever, and when he passed by his desk he would always step in his trash can to crush the papers. So, I filled the trash can 34 with water and topped it off with scrunched up paper. Worked beautifully and I spent the rest of the day on the hallway waiting to be told if I was suspended or not. Don't know if you can pull this off, but it was of the funnier prank stories I heard on Click and Clack Car Talk. Some guys worked with another guy who was obsessed with his car's gas mileage, so the co-workers slowly started adding gas to his tank without the owner knowing it, like they'd add 2 cups a day for a week, then the next week, they'd add 3 cups a day, etc. Since the guy was so obsessed, he thought his car was getting better and better gas mileage and was bragging to everyone in the office. Then the guys slowly started to reverse the process. The guy freaked out, everyone laughed. The nameplates at my office job have paper inserts with the cube dweller's name. I am going to print out a bunch of one person's name in smaller fonts, like increments of 0.25. I'm going to start replacing with smaller fonts each day starting March 1st. I know it's not super crazy, but should be fun. I work with a group of 5 to 6 guys. I plan on separately swearing each of them to secrecy, then revealing that one of their coworkers is planning a wicked April Fool's Day gag on them and that we should work to plan an even better one against this schemer. If I do it right, I'll have my coworkers conniving to destroy one another and sit back and watch it all unfold, as long as they don't catch on. Edit, thank you for the gold. Let me also add that I'm a good sport and fully expect to fail at this. However, the epic win that would come from this actually working is a story I'll be able to tell forever. If anyone knows this MASH episode, I'd love to see it. Maybe I can get a pointer or two. Leslie, I can't start too early or they'll figure it out for sure. I'm thinking 2 weeks might be ideal to start stirring up trouble. Update, unfortunately this didn't work, but I'm not giving up on it. Mostly, I blame timing. I work in Cleveland and 2 of the 5 guys I was targeting are going to the Indians home opener and took off the entire day. They were the most likely to buy into the idea. With them out of the picture, I had to try convincing the remaining, more introverted personalities that other introverts were out to get them. I tested the waters, but no one was taking the bait. I'll use this learning experience to prepare for next year. Thanks for all the interest and sorry I don't have a better result for you. Same as I do the rest of the year. Turn up at work and try to convince people I'm competent and hardworking. It's going to be hilarious when they eventually find out I'm neither. My great-grandpa got his kids to start cracking hard-boiled eggs on their foreheads. Then, on April 1st, he gave my great-uncle a raw egg. Edit, thanks for the silver. My wife and son teamed up on me for this one a couple years ago. Drove me nuts. For weeks leading up to April 1st, one or the other would report that there was a leak in our bathroom. I'm the default handyman, so I'd check it out, and sure enough, there'd be a mysterious puddle of water on the floor. Check the walls, ceiling, no moisture. Check the tub, the shower, no drips. Kept happening week after week, and I could not figure out what the hell was going on. April 1st comes, kid comes in and says, "I figured it out. I found the leak." I follow him to the bathroom, where he proudly points to one of these on the floor. https://imgur.com/7. When I was in high school, I brought a bag of garlic-flavored jelly beans to school to prank my friends on April Fools. Instead, a classmate grabbed them out of my bag during group work. It was a school with under 100 students, so everyone knew I brought extra treats, and I hear some odd shouting from across the room. Said classmates then handed them off to our teacher to try, without saying why, and I unintentionally pranked my entire year. So I recommend putting out candy on your desk, and day of, refill it with shocking flavors. Jelly Belly has oodles of odd and uncomfortable flavors. I started dating my now wife 20 years ago this April 1st. I'm almost ready to say April Fools. More or less long con, but I ordered a roll of for rectal use only stickers, and I plan on covering all my sister's belongings with them. Oh man, I have 500 bouncy balls at home. I should start doing stuff with them. I found out I was pregnant on March 31st about 3 years ago. My, now, husband sent me the "when she's still pregnant on April 2nd" meme. Start buying different light bulbs for every light in your house. If you've got soft light, buy the sunlight bulbs. If you've got the sunlight bulbs, go with the soft light bulbs. Install all of them overnight going into April Fool's Day. Act like nothing has changed. For bonus points, continue swapping them once every few days and see how long you can keep it going. Slowly move your friend's desk 1 inch a day or every other day. Here's how I convinced a friend his house was haunted. Rain-X is the stuff you put on your windshield to keep it from fogging up. Instead, use it to write on your friend's bathroom mirror various haunting phrases. They go into the bathroom, lock the door, get in the shower, and come out to find someone has seemingly written on their bathroom mirror while they thought they were alone. "Get out, help me," something more personal, or whatever you like. Every time you want to change the message, just use some dish soap and then glass cleaner. Start learning a foreign language. On April Fool's Day, pass out and wake up only speaking said language. In college, a bunch of students got together with local police and staged a murder crime scene in a professor's office. Fake blood, yellow crime tape, the police taking statements and questioning the professor on his whereabouts during the time of the killing. It took a lot of planning ahead of time. Totally got him. Was talked about for many years after. Bring in donuts, cream and jelly filled consistently. Once to twice a week. On April Fool's Day, make sure it's filled with cream-jellied vegetables. This is more of a day of situation, but it's too good not to share. At my work we clock in by punching in our employee number. Last year one of my coworkers placed a sign on the time clock that read, "The time clock has been updated for voice activation. Please state your full name," followed by clocking it out. All day I just heard people yelling at the time clock trying to clock in. It was incredible. My manager was in on it too, so no one was made late because of it. Just good clean fun. A while back I got an app that could send an error message to a computer with customized text. For a few weeks I would send sporadic messages like "Monitor error 1003. Monitor sync error, etc. On April Fool's Day I sent the message, monitor radiation shield has failed, please step back 5 feet.